now brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Slot man moves right. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. There's defense for the Packers. Terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
They go play action here on first down. A check down here to Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of... out there. He's kind of been floating him a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On second down, it's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And the Packer first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. This guy's getting the victory last week. And he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Packers.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Packers 10. Raiders nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's good.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Running right, here's McAllister. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Raiders are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr going to throw. Swings this out here for Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Back to throw again. And it's a Packers touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes our score 17-0.
Raiders, nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Drake. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. He hits Adams, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down and goal to go.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Up the middle they go with McAllister. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
Now, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So Carr exits on 4th down and right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throwing or running, and try and win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, just like last play. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebacker's now.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Dillon, they tried the left side with him. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from White. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
What now?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Packers first down.
Looking to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 25. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Jones. Running right through him. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing his car on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, got to have this one. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
That's complete to Dobbs. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Robert Tonyan. A gain of 12. And the Packer first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense.